Well, sharing stories of hope and overcoming abuse and addiction, that is the goal of St. Louis County's new storytelling project. St. Louis County Public Health, in partnership with several recovery resources, is launching this project. It's designed to celebrate recovery and reduce the stigma around substance abuse disorder, of highlighting the many faces and stories across the region. People who have the opportunity to share their stories and have their portrait professionally photographed. Maggie Lord, a public health educator with the county, says it is important to spotlight these achievements.
We don't spend enough time celebrating recovery and what that means for our community, not just for the individuals on their own recovery journeys, but those that walk alongside them.
Now, the sessions are open house style, meaning no appointment is necessary. Every participant will receive a $25 gift card, and transportation stipends are available as well for those who need assistance getting to the studio. Sessions run 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with Duluth on Sunday, Virginia on Monday, and Ely on Tuesday.